Hi everyone, welcome to JUENFO Kitchen where we just enjoy food. So let's enjoy some brown stew fish. So I have my snapper fish here. Of course, I'm using my favorite fish. Now you can use whatever type of fish you like. Sometimes I use sliced fish. You can even use fish fillet. I've already washed, cleaned, and trimmed these up. I have a detailed video, so you can check that out if you're interested. I'll link it above as well as in the description below. So I'm going to go ahead and season these with my dried seasonings. And this is just salt, pepper, and all-purpose seasoning. And now I'm going to cover these and allow them to marinate for at least an hour while I work on the rest of my ingredients. So while my fish is marinating, I'm going to do a blend of fresh herbs for some more flavor. Now normally I do my green seasoning, but I'm out, so I'm going to do some from scratch for this recipe. If you're interested in seeing the green seasoning video, I'll also link that above as well as in the description. Alternatively, you can cut up your seasonings, but I personally find that it's much easier to blend them. So I'm going to add some scallions, ginger, a few cloves of garlic, fresh thyme, onion, a half a Scotch Bonnet Pepper, optional if you don't like spice, and some pimento or allspice. I've already crushed them a bit so as to prevent any big chunks after I blend them. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to blend, and this is what we have after blending. I wanted it to be a bit chunky. The vegetables that I'm using today are Cho-Cho, also known as Chayote squash in some cultures, and in case you don't know what it looks like, I have one here. You can even use Irish potatoes if you don't have this available. I'm adding some carrots as well, sweet pepper or bell pepper, and tomato. Now feel free to switch this up and use whatever vegetables you like. You don't necessarily need to use the exact same vegetables that I'm using. I'm basically using whatever I have available in my fridge. So I'm going to be frying my fish before cooking it down in my sauce. So in my skillet here on medium-high heat, I'm going to add about a cup of vegetable oil. And once my oil heats up, I'm going to lower the temperature a bit to medium and then add my fish. Now it's important to dry your fish well before seasoning so that when you add it to your oil, it doesn't splash too much. And I'm going to fry these for about 2 minutes per side. Now that my fish has done frying, I've lowered my heat. And now I'm going to add my seasoning blend and let that saute for about a minute. I'm going to turn up my flame a bit. And this smells so good, guys. So once this has sauteed a bit, I'm going to add a cup of water. And I've just used it to rinse the container that I blend the seasoning in. A splash of red label wine, which is this right here. If you don't have red label wine, any red wine that you have on hand will do. Specifically one that's on the sweeter side. Some ketchup. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon of this fish soup mix here. I just blended it out in my blender in order for it to become like a breadcrumbs consistency. And for all my people who are not Caribbean, and might not know what this is, you can just substitute for some seafood stock. Now I'm going to also add a little bit of browning for color, just a little drop. A little goes a long way. If you don't have browning, you can use some soy sauce as well, some dark soy sauce, but be mindful of the sodium that's in it. I'm gonna let that come to a boil. Now at this point, you want to taste and adjust according to your preference if necessary. So now I'm going to add my Cho-Cho and carrots because they're a little more dense, which means that they take a little bit more time to cook. So my sauce has thickened up nicely, so I'm going to add a splash more of water. And then cover and allow this to cook for about a minute or so. So now that my veggies have softened up a bit, I'm going to add my fish. The rest of my vegetables. And then cover and allow this to simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. There you have it, how to make brown stew fish. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it to be helpful. If you did, hit the like button, share and subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Join the family towards our first 1,000 subscribers. You're welcome to tag me on Instagram at JUENFO_ if you try any of my recipes, and don't forget to follow me as well. Follow me on all my other socials, which are also linked down in the description. Thanks for watching, and until next time, live life to the fullest and just enjoy food.